Good morning. We're going to be doing a 30-minute beginner yoga flow. So we'll be starting actually just sitting cross-legged on your mat. So sitting up straight and tall, you're welcome to put a block underneath your sacrum. You can take your hands to your thighs. Now roll your shoulders up to yours. Take a deep inhale in. And then exhale, roll your shoulders down your back. Puff your chest outwards. Beautiful. We're going to do that a few more times. So deep inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. Exhale as you roll your shoulders down your back. One more time. Deep inhale in. Exhale, roll your shoulders down your back. Beautiful. Now we're going to do some box breathing this morning. So deep inhale for count of 3. Hold at the top for 3. And then exhaling their air out for 3 counts. So take a deep inhale in, feel your belly expand for 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, release that air for 3, 2, 1. Release everything. Do that one more time. Deep inhale in for 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top for 3, 2, 1. Exhale it out for 3, 2, 1. Release everything. Now, if you want to create more heat throughout your practice, option to zip up your lips. And you can take a deep inhale in through your nose. Zip up your lips as you exhale down the back of your throat. So this warms up your body from the inside out. Option if you don't want to do that, and you can use that open mouth exhale at any time. But we'll be depending on that breath throughout your 30-minute flow today. So deep inhale in. Exhale it out. Beautiful. Open your eyes. You're going to take your right hand off to the up to the sky, your left hand up to the sky to meet it. Now grab your right wrist, lean over to the left, gaze to the right. Just gentle stretch here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, switch it out. Grab your opposite wrist, lean over towards the opposite side. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, let's do a gentle twist. So take your right hand outside your left thigh. Take your opposite hand behind your back. Inhale as you stand up, sit up straight and tall. Exhale as you gaze over that back shoulder, almost try to crack your back. Press into that thigh. Deep inhale in. Exhale, come back to center. Let's switch it out. So opposite hand outside that opposite thigh. Opposite hand behind your back. Now inhale as you sit up straight and tall. Exhale, gaze over that back shoulder. Try to crack your back. Little spinal twist this morning. Deep inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale as you come back to center. And then slowly start to walk your hands out in front of you. Start to open up those shoulders. You can take your forehead and square it towards the mat or the ground. Deep inhale in, draw your shoulder blades to touch. Exhale, walk your fingertips out a little bit further. 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale, slowly walk your hands back towards the center of your mat. And then sweep your legs back behind you. Come into a tabletop pose. So stack your shoulders over your wrists now, hips over your knees. We'll do a few cow cats. So inhale as you come into cow, drop your belly, gaze up and out, draw your shoulder blades down your back. And then exhale, cat pose, curl your spine, tuck your chin into your chest. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then do any movements that feel natural in your body. You can keep with cat-cow. If you want to go into big, giant hip circles, coming all the way forward, all the way back. Whatever feels good in your body, just waking it up this morning. And if you're going in circles, if you're going in one direction, make sure to change it out to the other. Beautiful. 2 more deep breaths wherever you are. 1 more inhale in. Exhale as you come back to that neutral tabletop pose. Now inhale as you lift your right knee out to the side, fire hydrant pose. Yeah, now extend your leg out and press your entire foot into the ground. Perfect. And then slowly walk your hands up to your hips. Now slowly slide that right hand down your right thigh, left arm frames your ear. Little side bend. Beautiful. Deep inhale. Exhale, slowly bring that opposite hand down for the modified side plank. And take big giant circles with that top arm. So go in one direction, the other. Beautiful. Deep inhale. Exhale, slowly bring that right hand back down and come back into that tabletop pose. And then bring that right knee back in for tabletop. We'll do the same thing off to the left. So inhale as you bring your opposite knee out to the side, fire hydrant. Extend that leg out. And then slowly walk your hands on your hips. Now slide that left hand down your left thigh, right arm frames your ear. Big open stretch, deep inhale. Exhale, slowly come down. Option, place that hand down and we take big giant circles. Option, if you want to lift that leg off the ground, feel free to as well. Beautiful, deep inhale. Exhale, wind that arm back around and return back to tabletop pose. Now tuck your toes and I want you to hover your knees off the ground for bear pose. Yes. So dome out your shoulder blades like you're in cat pose. Deep inhale, engage that core. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Beautiful. Now pedal out your dog, bend deep into one knee and the other. Do what feels good in your body. Option to sway your hips side to side. If those IT bands and the outer hips are tight, you can even touch the ground on one side with your hip and the other. Yeah, take 2 deep breaths here. Deep inhale. Exhale it out. Now coming into downward facing dog. Notice their fingers are wide on their mat with their pointer fingers facing forward. Now pressing their chest closer to their thighs, stick your tailbone high towards the sky. And now send your heels as close as you can down to your mat, getting into your hamstrings. This decompresses your spine as well. Now inhale as you gaze forward. Exhale, take teeny tiny steps to the top of your mat and take on a ragdoll pose. So option to grab opposite elbows. If your neck's a little sore, option to interlace your hands at the crown of your head and tuck your chin in. Option to interlace your hands behind your back, seal your palms together. Get into your shoulder blades, whatever your body needs. Yeah, but let your head fall heavy. Now start to nod your head yes. Now nod your head no. And then nod your head yes for showing up today. Yes, despite maybe even getting a COVID shot yesterday and not feeling the best. I want you to show up the best you can with what you brought on your mat today. Deep inhale. Exhale, release your fingertips down at your side. Bend your knees, tuck your chin into your chest, roll up to stand vertebrae by vertebrae. Let your head be the last thing to come up. And then exhale, Samasthiti. Bring your hands to heart center. Roll your shoulders down your back, close your eyes. Right here's where you set your intention for this wonderful morning. I challenge you to show up with what you brought to this mat. Maybe you're taking this class because you need a little bit of a breather from that strength training. Maybe you're taking it just to mix things up a bit, but come as you are. Or you can set an intention of your own. We'll seal our intention with one cleansing breath. So deep inhale in through your nose. Open mouth, release that breath out. Beautiful, open your eyes, release your fingertips down at your side. Inhale, mountain pose, sweep your arms overhead. And then grab your right wrist, lean over to the left, gaze to the right. Beautiful, inhale, back to center. Exhale, grab your opposite wrist, lean over to the opposite side. Inhale, back to center. This time, exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms, puff your chest, open your heart. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Take your hands to your shins, thighs or the ground, and then hold here. Now gaze out to neutral in front of you. Draw your shoulder blades to touch. Deep inhale in. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands, step back. Option to drop down to your knees if you need to. Inhale as you lower halfway. Upward facing dog or cobra. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. And we'll be breaking down that chaturanga. So let's break it down real quick. Take a deep inhale in. And then exhale, take a seat at the top of your mat. Yeah. And we're gonna be going through both versions of chaturanga. So right here, we're gonna start with the full version of chaturanga. So we're gonna start in a high plank. So Michelle's gonna get in a high plank and show you chaturanga. So you start from a halfway lift, then to a high plank. So notice her shoulders are right over her wrists, her hips in line with her shoulders. Now shift forward to your big toes, Michelle, and then lower your body halfway, pinning your elbows into your side. Inhale, upward facing dog. She flips to the tops of her feet, straightens her arms. Notice her knees are off her mat. Exhale as she comes into a downward facing dog. So that is the full version of chaturanga. If you're not there yet, we're gonna go to a different version right here. So Carla's gonna show high plank, so still shifting her shoulders over her wrists, but her knees are on the ground. Now she shifts forward onto the front of her knees and then lowers her body halfway, bending her elbows into her ribs. Inhale as she comes to a cobra pose, so not lifting her knees off her mat. And then exhale, tuck your toes, return to downward facing dog. Both versions of a chaturanga, but do what your body's calling for today. So girls, whichever version you want to do throughout class, go for it. We ready? We're gonna flow and do a few sun A's, which is exactly what we did earlier. So inhale as you gaze forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw your shoulder blades to touch. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, mountain. Sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, side bend to the right, gaze to the left. Beautiful. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, grab your opposite wrist, lean over to the opposite side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga, whichever version, or feel free to even skip it and go right into downward facing dog. The chaturangas add a little bit more strength if you're looking to add that into your practice today. We'll do that one more time. So inhale as you gaze forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, mountain. Sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, grab your right wrist, lean over to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, grab your opposite wrist, lean over to the opposite side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Or feel free to go back to down dog. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale. Open mouth, release that breath out. Inhale as you gaze forward. Exhale, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale as you come to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. So bring your feet either hip width distance apart, or you can bring your big toes to touch and leave a space between your heels. And then extend your arms all the way up, or bring them to heart center if you have any shoulder issues. Now draw your shoulders away from your ears and sink your booty down and back. Beautiful. Both versions of chair, both correct. Whatever your body's feeling, I want you to feel the fire in your legs. So inhale as you lengthen. Exhale, you're gonna go to your edge, and your edge may look different depending on injuries. Deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold, hinge forward and down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga, or skip it, go to down dog. Inhale, upward facing dog. Notice their elbows are straight back behind them. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Inhale as you lift your right leg high to the sky. Now bend your knees, stack your hip, and let's open up that psoas and that groin. So take giant circles with that knee. Go in one direction and the other. Yeah, and roll out that ankle. Get some mobility flowing through that body. Beautiful. Inhale as you sweep your right leg high to the sky. Exhale as you step your right foot between your hands and drop your back knee. Beautiful. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Extend your arms overhead and then just hold and breathe right here. Yeah, so now walk that front foot just a little bit further towards the side of your mat and shift your weight forward without bringing your knee forward. And so I want you to try to get that left hip flexor down towards the ground. Yes, and untucking that back toe. Inhale, and then exhale, clasp your hands behind your head. Open up your shoulders, gaze up and out. Beautiful. Inhale, back up. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your head. Open up your shoulders. Inhale, one more time, back up. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your head. Open up your shoulders. Beautiful. Deep inhale. Exhale, take your hands on the either side of your foot. We have easy twist, so optional, leave that knee down on the ground. Option to tuck your back toe and lift that back leg. Now extend your right arm up towards the sky. Beautiful, getting into a little twist here. So inhale as you gaze up. Exhale as you twist from your spine, draw your shoulders down your back. Now option here to take your hand behind your head, press your skull into your hands and chicken wing that top arm. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring your right hand back down to meet your left. Now tucking your back toe, if it's not already tucked, you're straightening both legs for a wide extended pyramid pose. Yeah, now that top foot, the toes are gonna go towards your nose. Yeah, an option to use a block on either side of your feet if you need to, and take your feet as wide as you need to. Now inhale as you draw that right hip back and left hip forward. Yeah, and you'll feel that tension in the center of your body. Inhale, feel those hamstrings. Exhale, see if you can lower your torso closer towards your thighs. 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale, place that right foot back down. Inhale as you rise up, warrior 1. Spin your back heel down behind you. And then rise up, warrior 1. Yeah, and then bend deep in that front knee and take up space on your mat. Now ground down to the pinky edge of that back foot and dial your right hip back, left hip forward again. Beautiful. Deep inhale. Now exhale, extend your left palm out in front of you. Press away any negative thoughts, any negative energy. Inhale, back up. Again, exhale, press that left palm out. Inhale, back up. Exhale, press that left palm out. Inhale as you come back up. Exhale, warrior 2, open up your hips. So one arm in front of you, one arm in back. Beautiful. Notice their tailbones are tucked behind them. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. And ground down to the pinky edge of your back foot. Beautiful. Gaze over that front fingertips. You got 3 deep breaths here. One more, inhale in. Exhale it out. Now inhale, star pose. Send your toes in, heels out. Send your arms straight above your head. Deep inhale in. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Pinch forward and down. Yeah, leave a little micro bend in your knees. And take your feet as wide as you need to. Now try to get majority of the weight into the inner arches of your feet. Beautiful. Now press your right hand down into the ground. Extend your left arm up. Option to use a block here as well. Beautiful. Come back to center and switch it out. Left hand down. Extend your right arm all the way towards the sky. Draw your shoulder blades to touch. Beautiful, girls. Deep inhale. Exhale. Lower it back down. Beautiful. Inhale as you take your hands to your hips. And then rise all the way up. Exhale, warrior 2, back towards the front of your mat. Perfect. Inhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Take your top arm up and back behind you, keeping that bend in that front knee, opening up through your side body. Then exhale as you start to straighten that front leg, triangle pose, hinge forward and down. Beautiful. So you can take your front hand to your thigh to a block in front or in back of your leg. You now tuck your tailbone underneath. Option to take a half bind with that top arm, grabbing behind that front hip. 2 deep breaths. Leave a little micro bend, a little water in that front knee. Deep inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Take your top arm up and back, bend into that front knee one more time. Exhale as you cartwheel your hands down, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Beautiful. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Ooh. Just feel the difference between your right and left side of your body. Now let's even it out. Inhale, sweep your left leg high. Bend your knee, stack your hip. Take giant circles with that knee if your body allows it. Option to roll out that ankle. Again, getting that blood flowing. Deep inhale, sweep that left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Drop your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Untuck that back toe. And then hold and breathe right here. Now again, hinge forward. Try to get that right hip down. There we go. Beautiful. Deep inhale. Clasp your hands behind your head. Open up your shoulders. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, open heart. Option, always just cactus your arms as well if that feels better. Inhale, rise your arms up. Exhale, either cactus your arms or take your hands behind your head. Inhale as you rise back up. Exhale, frame your front foot with your hands. Easy twist. This time, right hand down, left hand up. Option to tuck your back toe, engage that back leg. Beautiful. So inhale as you extend your arm higher towards the sky. And then exhale from your spine, open up your torso. Option to take that hand behind your head and press your skull into your hands. Beautiful. One more deep inhale in. Exhale, bring that top hand back down, frame your front foot. Now start to straighten that front leg, tuck your back toe. And we have that extended pyramid pose. So both legs straight and then pointing that front toe towards your nose. Getting into your hamstrings. Beautiful. Now dial your left hip back, right hip forward. Squeeze in towards center line. Deep inhale, flat back. Option to always use blocks here. Exhale as you hinge forward. Beautiful. Deep inhale. Exhale it out. Now spin your back heel down, bend deep into that front knee. Inhale as you rise up, warrior one.
Look at the star.
Perfect. Yeah, and readjust, recommit here. So take up space, maybe walk your left foot towards the left side of your mat, your right foot towards the right. Take up space on that. And then send that front knee towards the pinky toe. Beautiful. Deep inhale. This time, right palm comes out. Extend that right palm out. Any negative energy, negative self-talk, press it out. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, press out. Feel your core engage. One more inhale. Exhale, press out. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, warrior two. Open up your hips. Tee out your arms. And now send that front knee still towards your pinky toe. But I want you to take a look at your feet and make sure your heels aligns with the arch of your back foot. Yeah. Beautiful. Now tuck your tailbone under, draw your shoulders away from your ears. Deep inhale. Exhale it out. One more inhale. Exhale it out. Beautiful. Inhale. Turn your toes in, heels out. Star pose. This time you're going to interlace your hands behind your back if your shoulders allow for it and it feels okay. Now seal your palms together. Deep inhale, pump your chest. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold with a bind behind your back. Beautiful. Perfect. And if this doesn't feel good in your shoulders, feel free to release it down. Any shoulder issues. 2 deep breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale, release your hands down to the ground. Now bend slightly in that right knee. Plant your right hand down. Extend your left arm up. Just getting a little bit more into that twist by the bending of your knee. Beautiful. Come back to center. Switch it out. Left hand down. Bend deep into that left knee. Right arm up. Beautiful. Inhale as you lengthen through your shoulder blades. Exhale, twist out anything you don't. Deep inhale. Exhale, release your hands down, straighten both legs. Now take your hands to your hips and use that core to rise up. Beautiful. Now exhale, warrior two towards the front of your mat. Perfect. Inhale, reverse warrior. Take your top arm up and back. Feel those obliques start to lengthen out. Exhale, start to straighten that front leg, triangle pose. So hinge forward and down without locking out that front foot. Option to use a block. Option if you want a little more twist, you can take your hand behind your back. Beautiful. 2 deep breaths. Opening up those hips, you should feel that groin start to lengthen. Deep inhale. Exhale it out. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale as you slowly rise up to warrior two. Now inhale, reverse warrior. Take your top arm up and back behind you. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Last chaturanga, high to low plank. Option to skip it as well. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now inhale as you gaze forward at the top of your mat. Exhale, step, float, walk, however you want to get there to the top of your mat. Lay all the way onto your back. You're going into this calmer part of class now. Now inhale as you bring your right knee and cross it across your left. We're doing it supine figure 4. So take your right leg, cross it across your left thigh. Yeah, bring your left leg up. Interlace your hands underneath that left thigh. Beautiful. Flex your feet. And now inhale as you take your right elbow, nudge your right thigh forward. Exhale as you hug your thighs closer to your chest. Option here if you want to rock side to side, massage out your low back. Option to roll out those ankles. Beautiful. Now inhale as you tee your arms out to the side. Eagle your legs, so take your right leg over your left. Cross it and then supine twist. Send your knees over to the left, gaze to the right. Option, you can just take both knees out to that side. And now take your left hand, press your top thigh down. And then gaze over at that right hand. Beautiful. Deep inhale. Exhale, let that lumbar spine release tension. Inhale as you come back to center. And let's switch it out. So opposite leg crosses over, supine figure 4. Interlace your hands underneath your right thigh, flex your feet. Use your left elbow, nudge your left thigh forward. Option to roll out your feet. Inhale. Exhale, hug your thighs closer to your chest. Getting that groin, psoas, hip flexor. You can rock side to side. Beautiful. Deep inhale. Exhale, tee out your arms to the side. You can cross that left leg over, eagle, or just regular crossing over. And then send your knees over to the right, supine twist. Gaze over at the left, and then press that top thigh down. Yeah, feel your shoulders and chest start to open as well as that lumbar spine. 2 deep breaths. One more inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, come back to center. Perfect. And then exhale, happy baby. So grab the outer edges of your feet. Yeah, rock side to side. Option to extend one leg and the other. Massage out that lumbar spine. Beautiful. And then inhale as you bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug. Appreciate yourself for showing up for the last 30 minutes, focusing on just moving your body with some intention this morning. Showing up just as you are. Deep inhale. Exhale, Shavasana. Lay flat on your mat. Yeah, let everything go. Extend your arms, your hands up towards the sky, palms up if you want to let go of something. You can take your palms to the ground if you want to feel a little bit more grounded today. Deep inhale. Exhale, Shavasana.
Dehi paramam shriyam rupam dehi chayam dehi yasho dehi visho dehi himachal sudana samstute parameshwari Rupam Dehi Jayam Dehi Yasho Dehi Visho Dehi Indrani Pati Sabharam Pujite Parameshwari Rupam
Slowly start to take one deep inhale in through your nose. And then open mouth, release that breath out. Start to wake your body up. You can wiggle your fingers, your toes. Point your toes towards the front of the space and stretch your arms overhead for a full body stretch. And slowly roll over to your right side in fetal pose. Bring your knees into your chest, using your right arm as a little pillow. Pause right here. We end our practice each class in Shavasana, corpse pose, which represents the death of our practice. Roll over to fetal pose to represent rebirth, new beginnings. A chance to acknowledge where we're at, to honor it, especially coming from a week postpartum. It's easy to beat yourself up of wanting to get quote unquote back to your normal self. But I challenge you to be where you are, to acknowledge where you're at and do it your best every day with what you brought. Use your left palm, press you up to a seated position facing the front of our space. Roll your shoulders down your back. Bring your hands to your heart center. Close your eyes here. We'll seal our practice just as we started with one cleansing breath. So first exhale all your stale air out. Deep inhale in. Open mouth, release that breath out. Anything you want to leave on your mat today. Take your hands to your third eye center and pause right here. The light, the love, the teacher in me sees, honors, and absolutely adores the light, the love, the teacher in you. We bow together and say namaste. Namaste, guys. Great.